A grapefruit a day keeps the coronavirus away. Desperate Chinese resort to using fruit and bars as face masks, while pranksters mock the crisis with other hilarious alternatives. Now, I saw this story and I thought it was funny. So, for a long time now, I've wanted to mention some of the inventive face masks and designs that the Chinese are coming up with to stay protected from coronavirus. It's honestly kind of funny. So let's just jump right into this. So let's take a look at this Chinese craftsmanship. So you see here, this man, he didn't have access to a face mask, so he made his own. Because in communism, there's not enough to go around because, central planning and all that. So this guy, he did what he had to do. He got the tangerine protector. Does this work? I mean, it'll protect you from people spitting in your face to a degree. I mean, that's something. But as far as I know, coronavirus is airborne. You probably are not going to get any protection. Like mentally, maybe some, but physically, probably none. And then we have some social media pranksters here. Here you can see he's wearing this cabbage. He's got 2 holes for his eyes, 2 holes for his mouth. This really doesn't protect him at all.
No one cared who I was till I put on the mask.
Now, here's a really cool one. This one's hilarious to me. This is straight up DIY, do it yourself. Here you see the bottle man. He has this giant bottle here. It seems to be fastened to his jacket. And honestly, this isn't that stupid. I gotta be honest. Out of all the gas masks that I've seen, this is honestly not a stupid design. I assume this is sealed. And I assume he has some cloth, maybe some microfiber. Who knows? T-shirts. It has a sort of filter. Of course, there's holes there. I don't know how effective this is. It's not like you can't make a rudimentary sort of filter. I don't know exactly if activated charcoal would work. Maybe you could soak the cloth. Maybe you could put layers. It might be hard to breathe, but I don't know. Is this gonna save him? Probably not. Will this save him from liquids? Most certainly. So some of these, I can't even tell if they're I don't know if some of these are a prank or not. Here you see, there's a woman who's using a tampon as a filter. I'm not sure what gave them the idea that a tampon would filter against deadly viruses, but apparently this can protect you monthly, it can protect you yearly. Here we have another one that's just downright hilarious. I don't know if this is a Chinese man or woman, but they're wearing a bra as a face mask. Honestly, these masks aren't gonna do anything. Corona Chan's airborne. They need to be wearing goggles, a mask, and full foot coverage. Just stay out, don't go outside. Oh, but what makes it even funnier is this could just be this guy's excuse to engage in his kink, right? We don't kink shame here. And just go out wearing a bra on his face, Absolute mad lad. And here's another example of the bottle design. I don't know exactly how they're doing it. And I honestly don't think it's gonna save him from the virus, but I guess it's better than nothing? It's hard to say. So I could read the article, but it's kind of useless. We've pretty much, this is a few days ago. So right now it's twice as worse? And only 3 days? Yeah, sir, it's nothing to be worried about. Don't worry, guys. I won't do more Corona news. It's nothing to worry about, I'm sure. So here you see 2 people with melon rinds. Yes, very inventive. They have the melon rinds on their face. I'm sure it'll be excellent shielding. Now let's look at some more creative masks. Now I don't know how this man's glorious design truly works, but he's fully covered his head, and honestly, the head covering is probably better than some of the other designs we've seen. He's put some sort of filter. Probably not going to filter out the disease, but it will protect you from, I guess, liquids, but, airborne, I don't know. This, I don't even understand what this is supposed to be. It looks like this woman put on a medical mask and then covered her face with a trash bag or a shopping bag. This is probably the worst of them all. Now, this is probably the best design. This entire child is inside of a plastic covering. Now, I do not recommend this. This child has a limited air supply in this. Yeah, that's a suffocation hazard. Okay, do not try this at home. Do not try this, period. You need an oxygen supply. But this child is certainly protected from, assuming the bag has no holes. I couldn't see how a virus could get in, maybe around it. But that's probably, that's how it is. That's sometimes you need a full biosuit to survive a disaster like this. You can't just have a mask. You need a filtration system that can filter out the tiniest of particles and viruses. That's a scary thing about viruses. So this person went for a double whammy. Not only do they have the gallon head protection unit, they have a face mask underneath. I have no idea how they're able to see their phone. They're wearing gloves. Actually, this is probably one of the smartest people I've seen here. This person is taking precautions. They've got plastic gloves on. Their body is fully covered. They got the gallon jug to protect their head. That's see-through. They can see through it. It's cheap. It's effective. And they got a face mask. Not bad. You know, I gotta rate this. I should have been rating these. But I'll rate this one. 7 out of 10. Now that's a high rating to expect from do-it-yourself. Okay, so we have some more here. I'm gonna rate them. This is a 1 out of 10, clearly, because that doesn't even fully cover their face. And this child here, a 2 out of 10, because the mask, well, it covers their mouth, it covers their nose, but I have a feeling that this is just not effective. So here we have some footage of what is happening in Wuhan. As you can see, it looks like people are wearing plastic bags. Man, you see how densely populated China is? It's no wonder that disease spreads so rapidly, and I can't blame them for trying to remain covered. Who would want to be in this situation? That's the problem living in communism. So this guy, he's gonna get a 4 out of 10 because although he has the bucket helmet, it has no top, which means there's no filter. He is wearing a face mask, yes, but he also has no gloves. That's a big no-no. This person is doing it right. They got the jug. I don't know if they have a top. They got gloves. Things are bad in China, friends. This is what happens in communism. Here's someone used some t-shirts. This is probably not effective. Like, I'm not a medical expert, but this probably won't work. You know, bless them for trying. Bless everyone for trying. I'm not gonna knock the attempt because this simple craftsmanship is more than I've seen most Westerners capable of. Not to compliment China or anything, but you know, a lot of millennials these days, a lot of people my age or even older, are absolutely clueless about literally anything. Now this is a smart one. I give this one a 5 out of 10, maybe even a 6. They've got goggles, they've got a face mask, and that face mask actually looks like it has some sort of rudimentary filter system. I can't be entirely sure, but this is good. This is actually, you know what? This deserves a 6 out of 10. I'm gonna give this person a 6 out of 10. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Not bad. Another good one. Again, they're wearing a 3M mask. Good. Is it rated against viruses? Is that 95? N95 or you could probably look that up and see how effective it is, but better than nothing. This is better than what we've seen. You need a filtration system on your mask. This goes without saying. It needs to be rated against viruses, okay? So be careful about that. If you do get a mask, make sure it has the right rating. And he's got goggles. Even the doggies get their own little masks, okay? You gotta protect the whole family. It always, the plastic, you know what's funny about the plastic bag version? It's probably the most rudimentary style, but it's also, I mean, that kind of protects you, I would say. The problem is the oxygen supply. Man, this was what, 3 days ago? And look at all the explosion of cases. People say, oh, don't worry, it's not a big deal. The number is way, way higher than they're telling us. I know for sure. This one is gonna be a problem. I mean, just look at the graphs, man. They're literally exponential. It's not even a matter of discussion. The explosion of coronavirus, especially to this day, is exponential. And you know, and all the people in the comment section are like, it's not funny, man. These people are just trying to protect. Yeah, okay, sour spot. You expect me not to find some of this hilarious? Well, you're darn right wrong. Okay, I'm not saying that I'm gonna fault these people for trying. I've praised some of these people for their inventiveness. Okay, I've labeled praise, but you've got to admit it's also kind of funny. I guess they're talking about the people making fun of them online. Now that, you know, I don't participate in such a thing. You know, I'm not making fake masks just to make fun of anyone, but I can point out the absurdity and the problems with this. You know, if China wasn't so overpopulated, if China wasn't run by communists, maybe they'd actually be able to supply masks to everyone. maybe there's some sort of lesson people could learn here. But of course, no one is going to talk about that. No one is going to talk about the facts. No one is going to talk about the fact that China has like 1 billion people. Maybe there's a reason they can't supply all those face masks. Okay, maybe China is a warning to the whole world of what happens when you let communism take over. Because China created this virus, whether or not it came from a snake or a fish or a lab, it came out of China. That's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. China did this to themselves, and they're doing it to the entire world. That's a problem. I mean, what do you want me to say? China has a long way to go, okay? It's not... There's a lot of things to consider here, okay? You know, God bless these people for trying. There you have it. I think it goes without saying, at the very least, you're gonna need better protection. But I guess some is better than nothing. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this video? What do you think about this DIY masks? Be sure to let me know. If you want to support the content, join me on Patreon or subscribe to our links are down below in the description. You can join for as low as $1. Joining does give you access to Fight Club, a private Discord server. You can donate through Bitcoin, and be sure to join me on other social media websites, you know, just kind of to spread around a bit so you can follow me. And sharing the video is always appreciated. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.